Chapter 5, The Crown Will Burn. The silence of the Queen's summer estate was broken by firewood snapping beneath Miko's boots. He hadn't slept. Neither had Nia. Not after the ambush. They knew the next one wouldn't be quiet. And neither of them planned to run again. Queen Zolaira sat alone in a chamber lit only by firelight. Maps, coded scrolls, and a half-finished letter lay in front of her. A bowl of cold food remained untouched. Her face was tight, unreadable. She wasn't waiting anymore. Summon the loyal generals, she whispered to her messenger. Tell them we move before the new moon. She hesitated. Then added, and send the girl something to protect herself. Her fingers trembled as she sealed the note. For a brief moment, she closed her eyes. In her mind, she saw Miko as a child, running through the palace halls. I won't lose him, she said to the fire. By the river near the estate, Nia stood barefoot in the mud, blade in hand. The sun was barely rising. Mist clung to the trees. She wasn't fast. She wasn't precise. But she wasn't afraid anymore. Her arms ached. Her palms were blistered. But she didn't stop. Miko stood nearby, watching. His tunic was soaked from the morning dew. Again, he said. She moved. Her foot slipped. He corrected her stance. Hold it like this. Nia breathed heavily. How long did it take you to learn all this? Yes, he said. But I had no reason to fight. You do? She nodded. If they touch you again, she whispered, they'll bleed. Inside the palace, Zine moved like a whisper. Her dress shimmered in the torchlight. Her eyes didn't blink. She poured the powder into a cup of tea. It dissolved instantly. She knocked gently and entered. The Queen's personal guard sat reading a scroll. He looked up. You're not allowed. She smiled. I brought peace. He hesitated, then took the cup. Thank you, he said, sipping slowly. She turned without a word and left. Moments later, the cup fell. So did he. Zine didn't look back. She lives. The king's voice boomed through the war chamber. The advisor nodded. The prince remains with her. Hiding in the estate. The king grabbed the map and ripped it in half. Send soldiers. Send hunters. Send whoever still wants to live. He turned to Princess Amira, who sat in silence. You still want the throne? He asked. Amira didn't blink. I want more than that. The king narrowed his eyes. Then prove it. She stood. I already have. Later that night, Amira walked alone in the hall. Her footsteps were soundless. She stopped by the queen's study. Inside, a scroll sat on the desk. It was addressed to an Eastern commander. She read it slowly. The queen was planning to split the Eastern army. Use their own alliance against them. Amira's smile returned. So. The queen wants a war, she whispered. She folded the scroll, tucked it into her cloak, and disappeared. But she didn't leave the palace. She went to the barracks. Wake them, she told the captain. We ride before sunrise. At dawn, a hawk circled the summer estate. It dropped a small pouch near the door. Nia opened it with shaking hands. Inside, a dagger carved from ivory, wrapped in silk. A note read, it's time. Z. Miko touched the blade. He knew its weight. My mother doesn't send weapons unless she means to use them, he said. Nia looked up. So this is it. He nodded. No more running. Zine entered the throne room alone. No jewelry. No perfume. Just rage. You promised me power. The king didn't look up. You want power? Then earn it. Bring me the girl. Zine's fist clenched. And if I bring you the prince too? He turned slowly. Then the crown will be yours. She didn't smile. She simply said, Then watch me burn the kingdom to get it. That night, Miko and Nia crept through the garden of a hidden ally's estate. They had been promised shelter. But something felt wrong. The birds were quiet. No wind. No firelight. The first arrow missed. The second didn't. It struck Miko's shoulder. He collapsed. Nia dropped beside him, blade drawn, eyes scanning the trees. Her heart thundered in her chest. A voice whispered, he was supposed to come alone. Another answered, kill them both. Fire burst from the edge of the garden. Soldiers screamed. Shadows twisted in the smoke. Queen Zolaira stepped through the fire, wrapped in black, flanked by masked warriors. You attack my son on my land, she said, her voice like thunder. She raised her hand. 3 more arrows flew, this time not at Miko. They struck the ambushers. Zolaira walked to her son, knelt, and touched his face. We end this now. No more hiding. No more waiting. She turned to Nia. Are you ready to fight beside him? Nia looked down at the blade in her hand. She nodded. Zolaira smiled for the first time in days. Then tomorrow, she said, the crown will burn.